Welcome everybody to today's version of the 9 a.m. Spot. I'm Bruce Singer, the host of this event. And today we have a very interesting guest, Marc Belaiche, who's going to talk about some of the challenges he's had with COVID-19. Very interesting story. Marc, first can you just tell us who you are, and then we'll get into the discussion.
Yeah, so thanks for inviting me, Bruce. Always nice to talk to you. So my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of a few different companies. Specifically today, I think we'll be talking about TorontoJobs.ca and TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. I've been in the recruiting business for 25 years now, but I'm half recruiter and half events, and we do a number of events during the course of the year, and a number of job fairs, number of conferences. We run the Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference a couple of times a year, and a number of job fairs that we're also involved with as well.
Okay, so tell us, as we spoke earlier, tell us your challenges you had. Let's talk about what was pre-COVID-19. What was the pre-COVID-19 for you? What was that like in your business for you?
Yeah, so really, we have two divisions, being the recruiting division and the events division, and Toronto Entrepreneurs falls under the events division. But before COVID, everything was running, on full cylinders. Both divisions were really grooving along. The company was strong and healthy, and we were hiring and growing, and the recruiting side was healthy because companies were hiring, and the event side was great because events was people would go to live events and enjoy going there. So both sides were going very well.
Clear. And then so now we have a situation where all of a sudden, and you know what happened overnight? COVID-19. And by the way, I get all the events too that you're promoting, right? You had a whole slew of them lined up coming for the year. So COVID-19 hits. What's going on? What happens?
On the event side of it, everything just froze because we couldn't have any more live events because basically, A, nobody would go, and B, events. I think they were ultimately banned right from the beginning in terms of mass gatherings. So the event side of it just basically went off a cliff. The recruiting side, on the hiring side, companies just stopped hiring because A, they were laying off a bunch of people, and B, people were working from home. So really nothing could happen. So that went off a cliff too. So we had, at the same time, both divisions, went down. So we had to do some quick thinking and move very quickly to refocus, and that's what we started to do during COVID.
So when you said you refocus, can you give us can you share some specifics that, but how did you go about thinking of what to do? Get into a little deeper.
Yeah, so I love problem solving. I like thinking of what the issues are, what a problem is. Let's look at all the alternatives. Every problem has some solutions, and one solution is always do nothing, right? You just wait. And unfortunately, that wasn't a decision that we could do, because do nothing didn't help in this particular situation. So I started brainstorming with the team. We did some layoffs. We laid off 3 people fairly quickly within short order when everything was happening. So that was a pretty quick move. Then we started to do. We started to think of outside the box, with a new world, with a new platform where things are going. So we brainstormed a number of ideas. We brainstormed about doing an educational catalog, an educational platform where we could sell courses. We brainstormed about selling webinars. We talked about doing our own webinars. We talked about putting our events virtually. So those were kind of the 4 ideas that we batted around. And then we started exploring the different ideas, like the different pros and cons of each one, knowing that this is a new green earth and we can just go down any path we wanted to. So that was really the pivoting and just really changing our direction.
So you had several options. So you obviously made a choice at some time. So you made a choice. What is that? What is the choice you made, and where are you at?
Well, we actually tried all the 4 directions. We tried an educational catalog. We did look at some platforms that have education on there and trying to sell the courses and so on. But we didn't feel that that was really right in terms of what we do. The second thing for webinars, yeah, we started getting some clients who just wanted us to organize webinars and do them, and this has been a really good direction for us to go. And then on the third side of it, in terms of the event side and the virtual, we started doing. We researched some platforms to look at how to bring those live events online. So there's a real shift now where people are, well, it's on the web, it's on my computer, and there's so many free webinars and so on. So how do you create value from that? And we always just take a look at the company, what we do, and we just really connect people. Like that's our focus, is just connecting people.
Yeah.
And so we found a platform that connects people together, and we've landed on that, and we pivoted to bringing first off our Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference to a virtual platform. And it took a while to get there, to get the right platform, to get the right event, and so on. We were going to do our Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference in Mississauga on May 6th. So when that was obviously going to be canceled, or not canceled, but postponed, we decided to postpone that till October. But we didn't want to lose that connection. We didn't want to lose that momentum. So that's how we brought it online, and that's where we're at now.
But I'm curious, because you mentioned find the right platform. Okay, and obviously technology plays a big role. There's a lot of technology out there, a lot of new technology coming out there. How does one, in your area, how did you go about, like, everybody's Zoom, I mean, Zoom's the big word, right?
Yeah.
But is that the kind of platform, or how did you go about doing that? Like what's the criteria? And can you even share with some of the stuff that like how does one choose?
Yeah, I mean, I think we started off by making a wish list of all the things we wanted in a platform,
Yeah.
and just said, before we start jumping into the solutions and the alternatives, let's figure out what we want to achieve. So we made a list. We wanted something fluid. We wanted something that worked well. We wanted something that was something that if we felt would work out well, we figured our attendees for our events would enjoy that too. So we ended up making that list. I think there were, I don't know, 15, 20 points that we wanted. And as we started exploring each one, we made a, yes, yes, no, no, yes. And then once we did all that evaluation, which took a lot of time, then we decided to, which one to go to, including pricing and so on. So we looked at all the different criteria that that was important to us.
So this new platform, are you using it now for the first time in the new world here? Is that where you're at right now, or have you done events now, or this is the first one coming on?
Well, this is the first one that we're going to use this platform with, and we're going to keep evaluating after we have this one for today's event, the Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference, and then we're using it again for the Music Expo, which we're doing on Saturday, May 30th.
Got it.
But in addition to that, what we'll be doing after this is evaluating, because there were some other ones that had more features and that we might want to try out just to kind of compare. So at this point, we're going to go with this one, see how it works, see where we may have issues, and then reevaluate. I think in this world, it's just you got to keep reevaluating. Does it make sense?
Actually, you mentioned reevaluating, because we all go through this, right? Is there anything that really, I use the word blindsided you, or really surprised you, that threw you for a curve that you did not expect? And people think they're going down that path. Oh yeah, it's going to be smooth, but somehow I don't think that's the case. Maybe I'm wrong. But is there anything you can share that really, and man, this threw me with a curve, and what a learning experience that was?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I mean, I think probably the biggest thing was just learning the technology. We thought it'd be a little bit more, click, and you're up live and going. But we spent hours and hours learning the platforms, researching the platforms. Even once you figure out what platform you want to be on, there's still that learning curve. And trying to figure out, Zoom was also the same kind of thing. I'm still learning it. I think Bruce, you're still learning it too. I think there's just, you kind of go, oh, what does this do? Where do you click here? And when I click here, what happens? So when you get Zoom, and as more people use it and as we become more comfortable with it, of course, it will become more mainstream, just like Google was years ago when that came out. It's like, well, what does it do? What do you mean? How do you search? And so on these platforms, it's the same kind of scenario as Zoom and any other platform, is that it took a heck of a long time to learn it, and that was a big surprise. I guess that was something that I didn't really anticipate, that it'd be easier.
And your group, your people, because because you're in event management and you're in the people business, and I've been to your office. Everybody works in close quarters. Was that another challenge? Like now all of a sudden you're trying to coordinate events, and everybody's remote. How did that? What advice can you give? How did that play out?
Yeah, that's another element that contributed to all of the chaos and all of this is when you're with somebody, you're with a team together, and then all of a sudden you're not only that team separate physically, but now you're using a new platform. So we talk as a team every day, kind of see what's going on, what challenges we have. We compare. We're doing 2 events in unison. So I'm leading the music expos. Rachel in our office is leading the Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference on the system, and we're comparing notes. Hey, what did you see? What did I see? So, but yeah, certainly working remotely has been another added factor, added challenge into making this thing work.
I have to admit, you mentioned Music Expo. On a personal, I'm very curious how that's going to play out. Because music, right? Because that's a whole new set of challenges. Because now you got all the exhibitors, like in all their different genres. That's a whole other discussion.
It's another discussion.
That's got to create a whole, because then they got to get on side.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a challenge. Some of these musicians, like, they're just getting used to Facebook now, and now it's like moving to their computers and playing and connecting, and of course the sound isn't as good as if it was a live, somebody singing a song live.
It doesn't sound good, So if we get back, we're almost come to the end of the 9 a.m. spot today. If you how we like to finish here, what is the one takeaway that somebody can leave with today? And thank you for the discussion. The one takeaway that would really, the one thing, is there one thing that you can put out to the audience that would really zero in to one thing?
I mean, I think it's really like figuring out what your problem is, like what the issues are, whatever the industry is. I mean, our industry is recruiting and events, and the recruiting side of it has its own challenges too. When you have clients who have stopped hiring in the middle of it, even on the recruiting side, when you have interviews that have to take place virtually, that's something totally different. That's something new that trying to get your head around. So I think to any viewers, any business owners, anybody who's in business, I think you really have to think about what the issues are and really problem solve, and don't have anything in mind of what you can't do. Don't start with the attitude, well, I can't do this. Well, that's not normal. I don't think we're living in any normal time right now that you can say, well, that's not protocol. That's not the way we should be doing it. I think you should have a totally open mind as to what's going on, as to what ideas you have, what areas there might be, don't discount any solution right from the start. Don't discount any opportunity to do something. It's all open field, open green space right now.
Okay, actually, we got some questions coming up from the audience, and one question is, you have this Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference. Someone said they've been transitioned. Is that something like who? Like, can I get? They're asking the questions. Can I get involved? Like, is that something for me as a person that's been transitioned? How do I get involved in that? Is that for me?
Yeah. So the conference is not really designed for like job seekers. It's not a job fair. It's for business owners specifically. Now, if the person asking the question is interested in becoming an entrepreneur, they have an idea, or maybe they've been working something part-time, perhaps a business part-time, they're certainly welcome to come. The information is available at torontoentrepreneurs.ca. They can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Happy to chat with them. But it's definitely not a job fair. We will be looking at job fair events at some point as well, virtual, but this event, specifically the Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference, is not a job fair.
And job fair, that's a whole other issue.
Right.
We're gonna go.
We'll do
Mark,
that on another day.
Mark, we've come to the end of this is a 15-minute event at the 90th Spot, and I want to thank you for being my guest today and sharing some really good insights, because it is a challenging time, and we appreciate it. And good luck today with your entrepreneurs conference today, this afternoon. I will be there.
Thanks, Bruce.
And thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, and have a wonderful day, and thank you, audience. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.